welcome to Leap Taken. This is Mika. Here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. Can you tell I'm excited? So today I am going to do a spell, and you can spell with me. So the things that I have right now, or what I have going on, is a bunch of things. I have candle work going on. We're going to actually plant some seeds. So I already have that started and ready to go. Along with that, I like to reference this book. This is kind of has become a go-to reference no matter how long I've had this for some couple years now, but I still like to reference this book. It's just I don't know, it's super helpful to kind of keep me when I'm doing a bigger type of spell. I like to go through this. It gives it like an outline right here. I already have the page bookmark. Spell crafting framework. So your magical goal, what's your magical mindset, basically how will you achieve it, energy raising, from where are you going to gather this power, energy coding, how will you code the energy with your intent, and then energy release, how will you cast the spell, and where will it go. So this is sort of my framework, and I'll be writing this sort of all this stuff down, which I have here in my grimoire ready to go. But this kind of focuses me to be in that mindset, to be thinking about these things, if hopefully ahead of time, but as I'm doing these spells. So that's where my head's at right now, just so you know. And I wrote an entire outline for how I'm going to do this video, but I'll be honest with you, I am so far gone. I mean, I know what I wrote. I'm looking over like, what did I say I was going to do? But here we go. The point is, what I'm planning on doing first is I got prep work is everything. So I put my container soil in these plastic cups, and I'm going to plant seeds. So the seeds that I plant will represent, my intention is for them to represent the things that I want to manifest. And as far as the time frame, we're not, time is a human construct, but ultimately these things will come to me. So I'm not really fixated or worrying about time. My screensaver's in the back. Please don't let that distract you. So anyway, the first thing I want to do before I get into the planting is planting of the seeds is I would like to get the candles taken care of. So I have this rose water. I picked this up at a Botanica when I was still living in South Florida. So what I like to do is get my store-bought candles and cleanse them first with this. Some people use Florida water. That's perfectly fine. This resonates with me, so that's why I have it. So this is physically and energetically cleaning this candle. So I am doing that right now, because this is a candle I bought from the store. So pink. I just did a color magic, making color magic personal video recently. I just recently put that up. So pink is important to me for this because it represents a level to me of, one, it's my color. I love pink. So it makes me happy. Let's just start there. So because it makes me happy, this is what I want in my spells right now, to plan these really big things that I want in my life. I also see this as love. I also see this as passion and desire, not just red. Red is fine. If I don't actually, I don't have a red candle right now, but that's okay because I still might prefer to go with this color. The passion, the burning desire, and it's all laced in just good intentions and high vibrations. So I think pink, happy, innocent, that type of thing. So, and my intentions are pure. My desire is real, and that's what I think of. Those are my intentions. So as this candle burns, those emotions, the desire that I have will be released, and it will become true. It will be manifested. So that's what this represents. Now the green, the green is some honey. Actually, I got these. I think a lot of people probably come across these candles. They're the scented alleged lucky flame candle. So the intention that I am putting into this, because of the plans that I have, the things I'm manifesting, they have to do with money, they have to do with property, they have to do with things that are considered of wealth, you know. So why not have a green candle? Why not represent that? And I'll take it a step further because I have a blend of herbs here. This is some basil. I have sage in here. Basically, think Italian seasoning blend. Yeah, I got a lot of that stuff in here that I'm going to be sprinkling in here as well to represent even more abundance and not just so that I get what I want, but I get it and you know, it's consistent abundance. It's something that will not be a one-time thing. It'll be something I can keep. So that's what that will represent to me. That's kind of giving my spell a little extra of adding these herbs. So that's what that's about. Okay, so let's, without further ado, I'm not putting any oils or anything in these candles right now. I just want to light them. My intention is to add oils as the candle continues to burn, but right now I didn't do that. That's something that I'm going to do to add to the candles as they continue to burn. And it's just something that I feel like I'm called to do. It's not like a way that you're supposed to be doing it. I think you should be open to that. Sometimes when we're doing spell work, we go by what we think we should be doing or what the books say or what people told us, when in reality, you know, do what feels right. And right now, I don't think I should add any oils. I just feel like everything, I just want to add the herbs. And that's it. That's all I feel like I'm supposed to do. So that's what I'm going to do. So these are ready to go. So it just occurred to me, I did not bring the lighter over. So we're going to pause and grab the lighter. Okay, and I'm back. So with that being said, I got the lighter, so we're ready to go. So I have my little book here because I didn't write down ahead of time what I wanted to say. Preparation, guys. If this was just me doing this, it would just be a better flow, but I'm trying to bring you guys in, so it's a little different, so bear with me. But basically what I'll do is, as I light these candles, I say, as these, there we go, as this burns, as these candles burn, so will my intentions, so will my desire burn. Look at that. You see how that one's really big, right? Don't you love stuff like that? There we go. So will my intentions, so will my desire be flamed and become a reality. So look at this. You see, I pay attention to, oh, maybe I put this in this, yeah, let me turn it this way. You see how this one is barely, I don't know if you can tell if it's even really lit. It's barely lit. That tells me something as well, just from a magical point of view. This one is ready to go. This is my desire, and I just spoke of desire. So as this candle burns, my desire becomes true. My desire becomes reality. As this candle burns, my desire becomes true. It becomes my reality. Abundance is mine. Prosperity is mine. Those that I desire, those things that I desire are mine. So mote it be. So there you go. I am not the rhyming witch. I am someone who just speaks, you know, the way I speak. And to me, I think this is reflective of how witchcraft is done for most of us common folk out there, us common witches. This is how it looks. So I want these burning as I begin to plant. So what I'm going to do is I have these herbs, and I'm going to carefully, without making too much snap, crackling, pop, add these. And this is just energetically adding energy, because these are organic, and these herbs are blessed with my desire and my intention to bring forth all that I desire. Look at that, and made it go out. And we're just gonna, there we go, light that up. Isn't that beautiful? I love when things like that happen. It's just this messaging to me, and it makes me happy. So we have these going, and that energy is already going out. So now we're going to go ahead and plant. So I'll start with my parsley, which let's talk about what parsley represents, right? Parsley for me, and if you don't already have, invest in one of those, I think it's Cunningham is his name, Remy Cunningham, if I'm saying that right. I don't know why I'm losing it, but anyway, magic, he has a book on herbs. Look at that. It's super helpful. So I intentionally want to put this in my hand because the energy that I'm vibrating on right now is that all these things that I'm discussing, they're real. It is happening. So motive be. So I'm putting my parsley right here and I'm planting it. That's it. And the thing about the parsley, I'm gonna add just a little bit more. Yeah, give a couple more. Some spill. The thing about the parsley is I don't have to cover the dirt with this one. So this one will be a little bit different, just from the mundane side. But back to the witchy stuff. So I'll say, as these enchanted seeds grow into herbs, so will my manifestations into reality. So as these enchanted seeds grow into herbs, so will my manifestations into my reality. So that's that. Now, spoiler alert, I'm going to say all this again. A little bit more focused probably out when I get off the camera. And I'll keep saying it because I want to. So we have that one done. So this is parsley. So we're going to go ahead and add my little, cute little, let's see if you guys can see that. See that? Hopefully it comes up. So I'm going to add that. Oh, date planted. Let me write that on here. On the back, there's a date that you put on here. So today is the 24th, I believe, that I'm doing this. 20. Okay, so I wrote that on there. So here is parsley. Okay, so that's done. So next, we're going to move on to basil. Oh, and parsley, I don't think I ever said it. When I think of parsley, I think money, green. Most of these herbs are green. I think money. Basil. So we're going to do our basil next. Put these seeds, look at these. I don't know if you've ever seen these seeds, but they're dark like that. So I'll put that in. Okay, put that in there. As these enchanted seeds grow into herbs, so will my manifestations into my reality. So for this one, we want to go ahead and add some soil on top, okay? Not a lot, just like that, okay? All right, and we're going to add a little water. We're going to add a little water to the parsley too, okay? That's why I have it in this plastic thing so I don't make a mess. We put this here so it doesn't drip. Okay, so we have basil. All right, next we're going to do cilantro. All right, here we go. These are the seeds for cilantro. So I'm going to just add these cilantro seeds here. We're going to add some dirt on the top. Like that. Add some water to this. And we're going to stick a little thing in here, which I realized I didn't put deep fill, but the other one says it, so we'll know. I know because I'm going to write everything down on my grimoire. And I'll have this video to also let me know. But again, okay, here we go. I want to say it every time. So, as these enchanted seeds grow into herbs, so will my manifestations into my reality. Okay, speaking my intention into it. So the next one we're going to do is thyme. Oh, and cilantro. To me, cilantro, again, all these herbs represent abundance, prosperity, and just, good fortune, which is a lot, is necessary for the spells that I'm doing. I don't feel like I had enough for that one. A little bit more. There we go. And basically everything I'm doing has a lot to do with that. This is something where it's not so much about um, feelings and things like that. The spell work that I'm doing right now has to do with material wealth. It really does. Um, and being energetically in a place where I can receive that, yes. Oh, this is some real dirt. Got twigs in and everything. But that's where, I am energetically in a place to receive it. I believe I deserve it. I believe that all the good should come my way. Yeah, I'm definitely open to that. And the next one is sage. Oh, almost forgot. As these enchanted seeds grow into herbs, so will my manifestations into my reality. So the next is sage. The last one is sage. So I don't know if I showed you the other, all of them, but here's sage. So I'm gonna put that in there. And I think everything is important. Notice I'm using my left hand. I feel like that. Um, I won't go into every little detail of why I do certain things because I don't think that's good as a witch to give everything. I don't. Not for when you're doing something for yourself. But just pick up on little things like that. I'm using my left hand. Just be mindful. Um, so we're going to go ahead and add this dirt on here. Like this. Okay, so we'll pack that. We don't want to pack it too much. We just want to lightly add it on top and add water. Add some more water to these others too. Yeah, they need a little more love. And the soil I got just from, like a Lowe's, Home Depot. I had my husband get it for me. Yep. So we added that, and then we're going to just pop our sage stick in here like that. And as these enchanted seeds grow into herbs, so will my manifestations into my reality. So here is another part of the spell. So we now have the seeds planted and watered, and they're ready to go. So I'm going to put them on what is now my altar space here in my dining area / office. So I'll be putting them over there, which is a great spot for sun and for growth. I love that area. So I'm already growing house plants over there, and they're thriving. So I'll be putting it over in that section momentarily. And just to let you know, as I move this over there, I have words for what I'm going to say about that. Once I place it there, it'll go like this. Here you, here you will be cared for, nourished and loved. Here you will be safe. Here you will grow. So mote it be. So as I will it. So so it is done. So it be done. I gotta. I was writing this. Sometimes when you write things down, you gotta be careful. But so mote it be. We'll wrap it up there. As I will it, so it is done. Is what I was trying to write. But the point is, that's what I'll say as I move this over, because that'll be its home, and that's the place where I get to house and go and reflect and pour more energy into the spell of all these things that I'm growing. So these things will nourish me, and the things that I'm manifesting will nourish me. And when you do these types of spells, make it kind of makes sense. So the greenery will definitely represent all the things that are on my manifesting list. I'm struggling today. And like I said, they have to do with, big ticket items, but and they cost money. I'll be quite honest with you, but that's why I'm doing it this way, because I want to reach out to um, the earth. I want to use that element. I want to use the vibration and the energy of the earth. And I'm coating it with my energy by using my hands. The vibration that I'm on. And where did I get that from? Desire, strong desire. use everything from sex magic, I use everything from visualization. So, just to put it in perspective, I went looking around for the very things that I want to manifest, and I pictured myself, visualized myself in that. I've been having those thoughts in my dreams, and when I'm done, I'm going to be doing scripting as well. So these are just all the elements. And again, the I could have done this just with the candle. I could have just done this just with the planning spell. But I like to incorporate all these things because this, again, is just representing the desire itself. So there you go, the desire, the strong burning desire to bring these things into my reality. And the green candle represents the money, the wealth, the prosperity, the abundance, the ability to get these things, the currency to get these things. And the herbs I put basically just adds a boost to the candle and makes it possible for that energy to raise that energy up even more, because now I'm using, those are organic elements and they have their own vibration, they have their own energy. So I am having that melt into the candle wax. And as that fire burns and as that is released, so is the energy, which takes that out into the world, takes that out into the universe. And it will come back to me because that is what I'm willing it to do. That's my intention. That's what I'm doing right now. So that's what the candle's about. And on top of that, I am personally putting I could have done one plant, but I'm not going to do one. 5 different herbal plants, okay? Because I have a multitude of things on my list. It's more than 5. But some of them fit quite nicely. The intention in either one, it doesn't matter. But the point is, it's a planting spell. Because these things, I realize, will take time. Just like these plants. I got to love on them. I got to nurse them. I've got to check in with them. This is not a one and done spell. I have to come back and water these. I have to make sure they have the proper sunlight. I might have to move and change positions, change their home, just so that they are thriving. Get it? Just like your spell, just like the work that I'm doing, the things that I'm bringing into my reality. These are some big things, big life changes that I'm bringing into my reality. So I'm going to have to check in with them every day. I'm going to have to do something to make them happen. So where's the magic coming in? The magic is I just put some seeds in dirt and added water. And after a period of time, they're going to just grow and I will be able to consume them, and they will give me energy and sustain me living as a human being, as a being. That is freaking magical. Sometimes we take those things for granted. Sustenance, we take that for granted. It's going to flavor my food and give me a level of pleasure that I can only get from this particular herb, right? Cilantro, I love cilantro. We take Taco Tuesday seriously around here, okay? Fresh cilantro in my food, oh my gosh, that's gonna be so awesome. The pleasure that I get from that, that I derive from that takes my vibration even higher, okay? And I will be very grateful and thankful to this plant, to this earth that it grew in, to my efforts. That takes me on a high vibration, and it keeps you there in a place of gratitude, in a place of joy, where you're planning something and it grows and you consume it. That's bringing all of those things that I want toward me because I'm open to it. It's not a spell of desperation. It is not a spell from poverty, a poverty mindset. Poverty is not always money. It's just a lack, a sense of lack. That's not what this is about. I'm good. Everything is good here. Everything is great. My life is good. I am healthy. I am well taken care of. I live in a beautiful home that I really love. I have the furnishings and the decor that I enjoy and that bring me pleasure and that make me feel home and make my family feels at home as well. So this is just adding more. I'm satisfied and I'm happy, but I would like to add another layer, another dimension to my situation. I want to manifest not so much as more, but I want to manifest something that will fit my vibration now and to come. So that's what this is all about for me. So the next step in this process, besides moving this, is to write everything down. I have a lot of stuff here. Is to write everything down in my grimoire here. and I already have a page set up that I will write everything down. So that basically for me, I start off with, what the spell is. I would put the title, and I'm just going to call this a prosperity spell because that's what it is. Because everything that I wrote down on my manifesting list is about prosperity, okay? Because these aren't things where it's like, oh, I just want this new big ticket item. The things that I want are investments, and they will have a return on them. Okay, I am so sorry about that. The my SD card filled up, so it just cut off. So sorry about that. Very not so nice interruption, but anyway, I have my grimoire here, and I'm writing down everything that I use for the spell, more of my intention, and I have a notebook that I keep my manifesting list. So, but I'll be just rewriting in my grimoire, and let me just show you. So I have these blank pages, so I'm going to fill it up. I just wrote prosperity spell here. So I'm just going to fill this up with everything I've done, my intentions, my thoughts, anything from the way the candle flame flickered a certain way when I did it. I'll be writing all of that stuff down here in this book to sort of capture the moment so I know exactly what happened. Of course, I have this video to look back on, but I can do that. And then the things I talked about from the Witch's Bag of Tricks, the book here, which love. So I will be basically taking this framework and writing it out here. And, this is what it is here. I'll be writing it out in my grimoire, what's my magical goal? And I'll write that down. My magical mindset. How am I going to achieve it? So I have a plan. So I'll be writing the nitty gritty stuff down here in my grimoire. This, to me, makes it a little different than a Book of Shadows where you just would have your spell. This gets a little bit more personal. It's your magical diary. So that's where this is going to come into play. So I will let the candles burn because I have a little altar space behind me there. I have a little tray and things that I burn and things that, waters and anything that I have on it. That is my sacred space that I am using. And then this space right here has become also my sacred space and my altar space, my working space. So things are planted here. I have a little lantern here, and I have a little tea light candle that's burning, and that's just to represent peace, because everything's just about peace. I'm not looking for strife, struggle. I'm not looking for it to be a hard process. Everything's just going to flow, just as well as these things are growing over in this section. Things are just growing beautifully. I have a plant that is just like absolutely gorgeous growing. And I remember I had a video talking about your home as a sacred home. I'm pretty sure that was the video, and I think this plant that I have that I'm showing you leaves, it's hanging, was in, had made a debut in that video, and it was just a small little plant, and we've loved on it, and it's growing, and I'm gonna take some clippings and actually repot it soon as well, because it needs to just thrive, and I need to just have it everywhere. So I grew up in a home, my mother was like that. She was someone who had plants. Our front window was filled with plants, hanging pots. She had various stands, tables, and they were filled with plants. You couldn't look out the window because plants were there. It was so much. So it was basically a tropical look in our house in Jersey. And I loved that so much. I didn't appreciate it as much at the time, but she was providing, first off, clean air in our home. So I never really had allergy issues in my mom's home, never suffered. Also, she was providing a certain vibration in the home, and I will always appreciate her for that, whether it was intentional or not. Hey, that's her path. But anyway, um, growth, because that's the vibe I'm on. That's the energy that I'm putting out there right now. Growth, and that's why this is going to work so well. So I will finish writing everything down here in my grimoire, and adding a little bit of embellishments as well where I see fit. But I will be writing all of that down, again, following the framework that I get from here, this book here, which is super helpful. And watch my things grow, watch these seeds grow, and watch that fire burn on those candles, watch how it releases. I'll be opening a window shortly to let some of the energy go out into the ethers, into the outside world. I'm in Arizona right now, and so it's going to be close to 100 degrees. It's in the 90s today, so it's really warm here. So opening the windows is going to be very interesting because I'm going to let the heat in, but that's okay because I'm going to let the energy out as well. Um, yeah. So how I don't want to say finish the spell because it's ongoing. I have to still put love and nourishment into these plants. But as it goes, one of the other things I'll do is just staying in alignment. I'll continue to research the things on my manifesting list, the things that I want to bring into my reality, the outcome of the spell. I will continue to script in my scripting notebook. I will continue to have dreams. I'll continue to use other types of candle magic and other types of spells when I do my coffee in the morning or tea. As I stir it, I'll also speak well on the existing spell that I'm doing and bringing these things into my reality. So, yeah, this is an ongoing thing, and I'll stay in alignment and get excited and be very appreciative of everything that I have right now, all while willing these other things to me as well. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Sorry about the little weird interruption in the video. I couldn't be helped. But thank you for watching. I hope this inspires you. I'm a practical witch, if anything. If at most, I'm a practical witch, and I like to do things in a practical sense. So, um, yes, magic can be fireworks and it can be exciting and all those sort of things. I feel excited. Um, but again, don't underestimate, the simple process of just planting something. That's magic in itself. Infuse that with your intentions. I put those seeds in my left hand. I told you I won't go into detail about every little thing I do, but know that it was for a reason that I used the same hand uh, for putting the seed, pouring the seeds in. So anyway, thank you for watching. Please like the video if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. And if you have subscribed, I really appreciate it that you have done so. I know there's a lot of other YouTubers out there, so thank you for subscribing to my channel.